I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Giants going up against the Seahawks. What a surprise here. There's rain in Seattle as we're off to CenturyLink Field to link up with our broadcast team of Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, no trip to the Northwest is really complete without a little rain, and we're going to get plenty of it here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's brought down after a good gain. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us. And then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line. And they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week. And, boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Manning going to try and throw on third down. He's got Cruz complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taking what the defense will give him.
Manning now on first down. Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now the fourth-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Manning the throw on second down. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Our chance to show you the offense here, Tyler Lockett. Charles, your thoughts?
Loved him coming out of Kansas State. The third Lockett that played there after his father and his uncle. An absolute true threat every time he touches the ball to take it to the house.
Now it's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the defense for New York.
Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie is one of those tall corners that fools you with his ability to change directions. DRC can play.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. On third down, Wilson. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So they had great field position, and then they kicked the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 14 there, and that leads to a New York first down. They come up in an offset eye. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it's first down, New York.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Offensively, the starters for the New York Giants, and one guy that's definitely hoping to stay on the field more this year, Victor Cruz.
And they would love to have him on the field. Just 6 games played over the last 2 seasons, starting with that horrific knee injury. And then when he came back last year, had a calf injury that sidelined him for most of the season. He's trying to get back in form, and the Giants would love to see that.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Earl Thomas is a range-hit free safety in the game. Great reactions, great understanding, and boy, will he strike you when the ball's in his area.
So third and medium here, 3rd and 5. Beckham, the lone receiver right. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And this one's high, but not very far. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
In motion is the tight end Brown. On the carry, Michael. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They run again with Michael. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And left side here, it's Graham. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. And he motions the wide receiver. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Wilson rolling to his right, looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Fresh set of downs here. Now Wilson on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Manning going to try and throw on third down. It's caught. Shepard. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Manning. A screen here to Vereen. And some room to maneuver. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
Now Manning. Flush to his right. And he's got some space here. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Eli comes off, and on is Josh Brown for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. On 2nd down, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Curse. And he's brought down after a good game. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And now they're in the hurry-up. And they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to...
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So after the INT, it's Manning. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Second and 10 now. Wilson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Wilson on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a gain of 14 there. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll give the Seahawks a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Complete out right to Kurtz. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. In motion is the tight end, Graham. They go play action here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. C.J. Procise, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Hauschka to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He's going to launch this thing. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give them 18 on that one. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And now a first down following that long gain. Now a play fake here on first down. And some space here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They go play action with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And quickly they get to the line. To throw, it's Manning. Hard throw, incomplete. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. Trying to lay one. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And the Giants ready to come out now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. C.J. Prosise was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Taken right around the 44. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On second down, here's Manning. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Two yards to go here on third down. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get the football here. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. That'll bring up second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Manning going to try and throw on third down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Cliff Averill in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And Brown able to put it through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Wilson. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, But I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
On the ground, it's Michael. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On the run, this is Michael. Boy, fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Seahawks a first down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
In the red zone this time. In motion is the tight end Graham. Now it's Wilson. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And it's 3rd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They run with the power back, Rawls. And he'll get nothing out of that one. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up and make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. They'll run it here with Michael. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Hauschknecht to send this one away following the score. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Pressure from behind, and he's going to be thrown down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third.
Throwing is Manning on third down. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now Manning, gotta have this one. Finding time. He's gonna let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Wilson wants to throw it under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down, Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 14 on the play. And they're going to face a third down. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.